Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the RapChat. So, we're your hosts, Luke Dick.
Elias Eldridge.
And Sam Kenny.
Now, we are making this video as a sort of announcement on some changes that we are going to be making towards this upcoming season and what we were going to be doing regarding our Raptors content. So, I think probably one of the biggest things to mention, like right off the bat, is a name change. We are no longer the RapChat podcast. We are just the RapChat.
Period.
Exactly. And so under that name, we came together and like after the summer and had discussed things relating to our content, and we realized that we kind of wanted to make some changes, and the change that we wanted to make, we were feeling it would improve the content and would make it more accessible to everybody and for everybody to watch. So we're going to just talk about some upcoming changes. Do you want to go first with something that we're going to change here?
Yeah, sure. So I think generally what we want to do is like expand ourselves. We were the RapChat podcast, so that means we were only podcasts, which like is great. Podcasts are great. We're still doing the podcast. That's not over. But we want to do more with like YouTube and stuff like that. So I think we're going from 2 podcasts a week to 1 a week. We're going to release those every Sunday. They're still going to be about an hour-ish long, but instead of being so like specific per game, every game, they're going to be more like general for the week. Talk about the biggest moments from the week. If there was a big game of the week, we'll talk about that. Then you guys want to go on like the individual videos and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So we have the one podcast, and then we're going to have a shorter, around half-hour-ish long group video that I think will also be available on audio platforms for the most part.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna it could be, I think this idea is really versatile, so it could be something like us going on the r/Raptors Reddit page and just reacting to Reddit posts, giving us a chance to interact with you guys and the broader Raptors community. Could be stuff like breaking down, something happens on like a Wednesday and we don't record till Sunday, breaking down a big game, big trade, whatever.
And we have some big interviews lined up as well.
Interviews
as well. That's a great time format for interviews. Stuff like games, all that kind of stuff that was already in our podcast a little bit. They'll now kind of have their separate format.
Yeah. And this gives us more of an opportunity in the podcast to talk about the bigger things. Well, then we can, and just things we want to talk about rather than breaking down the little nitpicky parts of a game against the Sacramento Kings,
Exactly. And then I think the one of the other things that we're going to be adding too is, we looked at a lot of what other Raptors content creators are doing, and I think one thing that and not even just Raptors content creators, I think just general NBA content creators, what they were doing. And I think one thing that we realized too is we want to, since there's 3 of us here, I think it will prove to be effective if we film individual videos, and we are planning for these videos to be more around like anywhere from like maybe 8 to less than 15 minutes long. Something that's more a little bit can be consumed a little bit easier, comes at you a little bit quicker, and we can talk about things that maybe we individually want to talk a little bit more about that we don't necessarily have the time to talk about on the podcasting platform, but also it'll be a good exercise for all of us to be able to make our own sort of individual videos related to the things that we specifically want to talk about. And that idea, I think, kind of has a lot in common with some other YouTubers. So you might see our videos start to look similar or more similar to some of your other favorite NBA or Raptors content creators out there on YouTube. And I really think that like that specific move is going to help us to offer you guys something a little bit more, maybe attract a little bit of a larger audience, but also get a chance for all 3 of us to be able to express our views and our likings for the Raptors in our own particular way, in our own little platform. So you guys will see videos from all 3 of us individually, week by week, all on the same channel and all under the same RapChat name on YouTube.
I think that's a cool part of it too, is that it's like we all don't think the exact same about everything. Hence, like Luke loves Gary Trent Jr. a lot more than Sam does. So like you'll get to get more of our personal views on our own in our individual videos, see like what we all actually think and everything like that. Yeah, I'm very excited.
And I think one of the last things that we wanted to talk about too, with all the changes coming up too, and this is something we were really, really excited to add to this year, and that's going to be live streaming. We're going to be live streaming. The kinks aren't all worked out right now, and in terms of what platforms we're going to be streaming to, but that is one content avenue that I think it's definitely worth exploring, and we get a lot of engagement as it is, and I think it's only fair to you guys as the audience and fair to us as content creators that we engage with you guys on a more direct level. And I think that live streaming, and I think we all thought that live streaming was really a great avenue to do that. And so we're planning to go live on either Instagram, YouTube, or Twitch. One of those three platforms, or maybe all three of them, and who knows. But we are going to be planning on doing the live streaming. We were planning on doing pre-game live streams, even during game live streams, and potentially post-game live streams as well. So we really just want to increase the amount of engagement that we have. And it's so crazy because I think that all three of us don't really realize like how much we can talk about basketball, how much we can talk about the Raptors, and that there's just so much endless, there really is just an endless amount of things to talk about and subjects to explore when we're talking about the Raptors. And I think the live stream is just a really great way to get all of you guys involved and make you guys feel like this is a part of, like, you guys are really a part of what we're doing here, because that's what it is. You guys are a part of what we're doing here, and all the people who listen to the show help support the show. And what better way to advocate for that than to include you guys in the actual content itself. So be on the lookout for the RapChat live streams this year, because that's something we're really excited to be doing and something that we're going to be bringing to you guys 100%.
Cool.
I think we're good, right?
Mm-hmm. Think so.
And as this stuff comes and goes, you'll see all of it on our social medias. So
Yeah, exactly. Be monitoring RapChat, the RapChat social medias, for all updates on everything. And so I think also
at the RapChat official.
At the RapChat official, we changed our name. We're going to be changing everything's different this year.
The RapChat podcast is dead.
Yeah, it's dead. So we'll still be at the RapChat podcast, but we're also going to have it. I think the name change really just came down to, like, we don't want to just be a podcast.
It's like it's like more like a YouTube channel, like we're the RapChat, and then every Sunday it's the RapChat podcast.
Right, exactly. And
but
then
we are not the RapChat.
We're not the RapChat podcast. We want to start expanding. So anything, honestly, if you guys might be worried about a message like this, really this is only good news, because you guys will only be getting more content, and I think the content that you'll be getting is very similar to other content creators, but I think we're also going to offer our own unique.
I think it's fresher and just more exciting.
Exactly. Yeah. But anyways, so. The last thing I want to mention is that we plan to come out with 3 separate content blocks a week. So we'll have the podcast. So once the season actually starts, we'll hopefully have the podcast, the individual videos, and a group video out every single week. Mm-hmm. Dates are still kind of up in the air. I think right now we had kind of decided on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I think those are the days that you guys will be able to see content. So you'll be able to get content all throughout the week, and hopefully they'll be on the most updated topics and whatever's trending. So I think we're all really excited to be moving into a new era of the RapChat the RapChat sort of name this year, and we're all really looking forward to be able to engage with all of you in a more tactile sense and a way that feels maybe feels a bit more of an improvement since over last year. So
yes,
yeah, I think that's everything.
That's it.
So remember to tune into the RapChat podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube, remember to comment and subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcasts, make sure to leave us a rating, and also please leave us a review. We're your hosts, Luke Dick.
Elias Eldridge.
And Sam Kenny.
Peace out.
Bye.
Peace.